What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Today we're playing Beledros Witherbloom in Historic Brawl again for the second time. Why? Why are we playing it 2 days in a row? Well, I was playing it yesterday when I made the creature Golgari deck, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? This would make a really great Golgari control commander. So that's what I did today. Same idea. Beledros is a 7 mana, so 5 Golgari, 4/4 Elder Dragon. The main clause that we care about is pay 10 life, untap all lands you control. So the goal is to basically get to 7 mana, play Beledros, and then untap all our lands and have an extra turn, essentially. It's like a Golgari extra turn spell. So the way we're going to do that is in a control shell today, and that looks like a ton of removal. So we got removal of all different kinds, big removal, planeswalker removal, good old invoke despair removal, and then a bunch of card draw like the One Ring and Necropotence and Black Market Connections, Phyrexian Arena, yada yada yada. And then we're basically, like I said, we're gonna get to 7 mana, play Beledros, and then take an extra turn, so to speak, and play Planeswalker to hopefully take over the game with backup from our removal spells. So let's see if we can make this control shell, this Golgari control shell with Beledros work in Historic Brawl. Same commander, completely different strategy today. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. I got a video coming out every day, all different kinds of decks. Trying to hit Historic Brawl from all different kinds of angles. We'll see who we get first. Oh, that's a tough one. Kind of the same idea if you haven't seen Kaya. So she's a Planeswalker, obviously, but she has Hexproof, which means we can't target her. So that really slims down the cards that we can use to get rid of her. We can use like Invoke Despair because it doesn't target, and if we have our Planeswalkers down, we can attack her down. But this is a tough one. This will be a tough game. They're essentially the Orzhov version of our deck. We have 2 lands, Broken Bond. Okay, we actually have 3 lands. They get to go first. I think this is good. None of these help with Kaya, but we have 7 turns before we get to Kaya. So, let's see if we can make this work. Broken Bond might be good if they play a. Oh, good. That's a good target for Broken Bond. If they play an Arcane Signet or some type of ramp spell. But this is also a good target because it makes us lose the game on the spot. Although you have to pay 8 mana, so yeah. See, like this would be a good target because this is their only way of ramping into Kaya. Kaya is such a good card, though. One of my favorite Planeswalkers, if not my favorite Planeswalker. But this card in particular, I actually own it in paper. I have a foil version. But it's just so good. It's hexproof, so it essentially protects itself. And then it's card draw, as well as removal. It's just everything you want on a Planeswalker. It took a while deciding which color to do. Yeah. Wait, do we care? I don't think we care. We're just gonna get rid of this while we can. And then we're going to, let's put the tap land down. There we go. So we ramped ourselves. And we have the mana to support our, oh, Culling Ritual gets rid of this too. So that's good. And it gets rid of that. So that's great. So we would get 2, what would we get? We'd get 2 mana. We can't do anything with the 2 mana. So I'm curious if we just Binding here so that we ramp ourselves and get rid of their mana source. Is that better? Because we don't get the benefit of the black and green that we would get. So this is, I think, a more efficient play. Even though I wanted to do this pretty badly, it would have been funny. But I want to be able to use the mana off this. If they get rid of this, that's fine. It's just a removal spell out of their hand. If they want to choose Beledros, that's fine. It doesn't matter. Beledros is not integral to us winning. It's just a added benefit in the command zone. Again, if they use removal on this, I really don't care. But they didn't, so that's cool. We get the trigger. Might as well grab this because it has to come into play tab no matter what. So we'll grab another Snowland. We'll get this down. This this blows up both their things, and then we still can't use the mana, which is a bummer. But I just think this might make them scoop. So man, let's just do it. Black, green. We have nothing to do with it, so we will sadly pass. Doesn't really matter because we have casualties of war. I mean, if we snap this off next turn, they're scooping for sure. We can destroy one of their lands. Okay. Well, we can Beledros and then casualties, but all we're destroying is a land. So is that even worth it? It might be, because it's just Kaya's so scary. See, like, this doesn't even work because we have to destroy target creature or planeswalker. Like, against a normal planeswalker, this would have been a great draw, but against Kaya, it's awful. I think we play Beledros here because it'll draw removal out of their hand. Orzhov has the best removal in the game. So let's activate the ability. And let's just blow up one of their lands. It's a really expensive... that does damage to them, so that's fine. Let's get rid of Sinkhole. This is not how I expected the game to go, but they didn't snap off removal in response to that. So I'm going to go ahead and assume they don't have it, which is bizarre for a Orzhov deck. This is that really great card out of the new set, the Innistrad, or not Innistrad, Ixalan. Let's gain 2 life. What is this? Ward 2? It's an artifact, so we can only use this. We'll pay 3 life. Yep. So we're slowly amassing a little tiny army here, which now if they play Kaya, it makes that play worse. Okay, Sunfall works, but then we get... wait. We could... Nope. We'll just allow this to happen. They get a... which they can use to block for Kaya. But they're still 2 lands away with 1 card in hand. Does this matter? Not right now. Okay. Let's pass. If they play some kind of creature, we can get rid of it. Yep, that is a good target. So before you go to combat, resolve. Do we get rid of the... I put a stop here. Dude, I swear, Magic the Gathering Arena is such a jank game sometimes. It destroy all non-artifact creatures. This is an artifact creature, so it's gotta be you. Oh, this is also non-artifact. Oh, what the... Okay, well, it's fine. They still get a 1/1, which is should not have happened, but here we are. My turn. Wow. Are we really gonna lose this game? What? We couldn't have drawn worse in the last 4 turns. Well, I guess let's... I don't even know. This doesn't do anything here. Let's just get rid of their caves. Let's basic check them, I guess. Maybe they don't have a basic? That's our only play. Nope, they got a basic. Let's go get another black source. Yeah, I mean, we can play it, but then... I mean, I guess it gets rid of this and stops them from playing any other kind of creature. So I guess that's worth it. We'd still be facing lethal next turn. Huh? But they're probably not going to want to play a creature into it, so saves us there. Yeah. This is a color source, so if they have a way to remove this creature, we're just dead, right? Yeah. Well, what are you gonna do?
Every exploit ripples through time. Be mindful. The fabric of the multiverse obeys me.
I mean, if they have removal, we're just dead. Well, what was the card again? It was Crux of Fate. Yeah, we're just dead. Good game. We just drew awful. I mean, I don't know what else to say. We were in total control of that game, and we drew absolute duds for 4 turns in a row. So, if we had drawn Ugin way earlier, like, you know, a couple draws back, we would have been so far ahead. But what are you gonna do? Okay, so this should be a good matchup for us because they're a mono green deck, so they're gonna have a lot of creatures. This is all good stuff against them. This filters, but we don't have a green source. It's all right. We'll make it work. This will be good against, like, all the little things they're going to put down. The deck is mostly black spells anyway, so... they can use it. If they can, it's going to be a little tiny creature. Alright. That should set them pretty far back. We have another board wipe. When it comes up, they're on a 25 turn clock. Okay. We didn't draw a land. So we could exile this. And then we could Assassin's Trophy their Vorinclex. Sure. We don't really care about this because we don't counter stuff. Mono green doing mono green things. Okay, we draw a green source, and it is a tapped green source, so I think that's our whole turn. However, if they play out their hand here, they're gonna be really punished, so we'll see what they do. Yeah, they didn't play out their whole hand, which is probably smart. They have a bunch of mana, so 1, 2, 6, 7. They can replay Vorinclex if we kill it. However, we can kill it a couple times, so this is the best play. Might as well make it. They're probably going to Vorinclex again, get 2 more forests. Okay, we have another way of destroying it. Fixing Praetor. Yep. Seems like they're perfectly happy to play this game. What? Oh, we need double green for casualties. That's a bummer. So we could kill it and take 5 life, or we could kill it and give him a land. I'd rather not give him a land. They're not going to replay Vorinclex here. What is this? Elf Warrior. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if snow was of any of that spell's colors. I'm sorry, let me reread this. Whenever you cast a creature spell, if snow of any of that spell's colors was spent to cast it, that creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1. Okay, that's really weirdly worded, but I think I know what that means. Let's just pass. That's great. Let's just get rid of that thing.
That's Professor Onyx. You'll learn the power of death.
We're going to replay Vorinclex. Get rid of it again. Okay. Okay. Grab you.
Ugh, there has to
So
be
we
an
can
answer
do
here.
this. And get you down. Well, I mean, we might as well just. We don't want them because now they have mana to flip it with the 8 if we let them untap. So now it costs 13, which they have enough mana to do if they want, but it's starting to get so expensive it's not even really feasible to play. Okay, that doesn't apply here. Okay, we need a... Oh, we needed a green source, but we can remove it from attacking, so that's pretty good. So this has to be the play.
Let's go digging.
And then... How much is that? 4? Okay. So now they're on a bigger clock as we cast our instants and sorceries. Professor Onyx puts them on a bigger clock. Yep. Oh. Well, they're not gonna... Oh, that was a mistake. They should have double attacked Professor Onyx. The One Ring is a great draw. Death Sprout. We need another freaking green source. Casualties of War would be so good here. Is this instant speed? It is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Unfortunately, Professor Onyx might have to die. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think we do this. So here's my thought. We play the land.
I have impeccable study habits.
We Phyrexian Scriptures. Submit 0. Then we One Ring. So if they play any creatures here, they can flip Vorinclex if they want to, but they're all gonna die. Yeah, bye, Professor Onyx.
I'll be in my office.
No. Okay. Interesting. Well, we can't -10 with Beledros. can do... God, if we had a green source, we'd be in such good shape. Because we could destroy this and one of their lands and their artifact. But we're at such a low life total. And right now we have no way of gaining life except for... Well, except for having cards in our hand, which is the irony here, right? Let's see if we draw a green source. We do. Oh my goodness. Now their commander costs 15, which they have enough if they want to play it again. Yeah. Elvish Mystic, okay. Graveyard's gone. Okay. Aetherflux Reservoir might be our way back in the game. Also, Crawling Barrens could be huge. Is there a way to do this? Right? So now we have the option to remove a creature from combat and putrefy, or putrefy, I guess is what I mean. Okay. Okay, so with the trigger on the stack, we want to putrefy Vorinclex. Gain a life. Okay, they're going to attack with the Elvish Mystic. We really need to put upkeep stops. That's also a great card. So we can't... Okay, so we do it like this. Gain 2 life.
My presence alone.
Create a creature. You put an upkeep stop.
Secrets manifest before you.
Okay. Nope. We did it. Okay, so my plan was upkeep stop. Ivory Tower gains us life minus like the number of cards in our hand minus 4. So we could have on our upkeep, I guess it wouldn't work this turn, but the idea is to draw with the One Ring first. We get minus from the One Ring, but then we gain life from Ivory Tower in the same step. Eventually, the damage we take from the One Ring would be a lot less than the life we gain from Ivory Tower if we continue to gain life, or we continue to draw cards. So the idea was to put an upkeep stop so that we could continue that positive chain reaction. And then, of course, the more spells we cast, the more life we gain from Aetherflux Reservoir. So we were going to slowly claw our way back out of this, continue to kill all their stuff. This is also a removal spell, as well as, you know, blockers to draw cards. So, yeah, I think the opponent saw the writing on the wall, and I think their whole hand is lands. And their commander costs 17, so, yeah. Probably would have scooped 2. Okay. That was actually a lot harder than I thought it would be. The issue is that Vorinclex ramps itself. That version of Vorinclex ramps itself. So like if it was another commander, they wouldn't have been able to cast it so much, but every time they cast it, they were able to get lands. Okay, so this version of Urbrask is a combo deck. They're essentially trying to play as many 1 mana red spells as possible to chain a bunch of these things together, do a bunch of damage to our face. So having Aetherflux Reservoir is good in our hand, as well as Necropotence, as well as Epic Downfall. And we have all our mana. So I think, and we do have 3 black, so I think we keep, and we get to go first as well. I'm actually going to hold on to Bazooka Bog, because the last clause of the Great Work says they get to cast instant sorceries from their graveyard. So on the turn before that triggers, we could exile their graveyard. Let's just play this. We don't have a turn 1 play anyway, so let's just play it even though it enters tapped. Hopefully we draw another black source so we can, you know, do this as I described. But we might have to, if we don't draw a black source, I really want to get Necropotence down, so we might have to just play it and forego that plan. Okay. Yeah, you gotta die. They're gonna have a lot of effects like this that ping us. They're basically trying to ping us down. Ugh, we didn't draw a black source. Well, yeah, didn't get to do what I wanted. Thankfully, we have a lot of creature and enchantment removal, so we'll just have to lean on that. Land that gains us life is good. Yeah. This is 3 or greater, so we could exile this. 2 or mana value 2 or less. Let's get this down and have 1 setup turn, and then we'll start gaining life by casting our spells, which I think is really important against this deck. That's a good card. That's also a good card. Is this if a red source you control would deal damage? Yeah, I think we just gotta get rid of Torbrand. This is not 2 or less though. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with mana value 2 or less. Yeah, it doesn't. I know I can cast it, but it's not going to do anything, so. We can use this on Urbrask. Cool. We have the 3 black sources, so I think we play this on green, right? Do we have any double green effects in the deck? I actually don't think we do. So we'll do it like this. Let's just gain a life and get rid of this thing before they combo off. Mono red, yeah. I was gonna say mono red doesn't have a lot of ways to ramp. I mean, they do have treasures and stuff, but I don't think this deck is gonna be focused on that, so I thought that was the best play, and the opponent agreed. Alright, that was kind of a quick one. Let's see if we can get one more game in. Sigarda. I don't remember what Sigarda does. I know I've played against it before. Flying Trample. Humans you control get +1/+1. Whenever Sigarda attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers, look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a human creature card from among them, put them on your hand. With the rest. Okay. So essentially it's Silencia humans with this as the commander, which is kind of interesting. But, you know, same kind of game plan, just kill it. We have the awkward 2 colorless hand. However, we do have Maze Mind Tome, and we get to go first. Do we risk using Maze Mind Tome to filter our way out of this bad mana situation? We already got 2 wins, so why don't we take the content hand? This is not a good hand to keep. Don't ever do this, but we'll see if I can make it work. If we weren't on the play, I would definitely not do this, but we also have all black spells, so that kind of works in our favor. All we need is a black source. I mean, I guess we need a couple black sources ideally, but just to cast these 2, we only need 1 black source. If they have a artifact removal spell, it's a pretty big blowout, so hopefully they don't. It seems like they're gonna be a human tribal deck though, so unlikely they have removal. Oh, there we go. Black source. I didn't even have to do it. See? Look at that. Let's just get this down. We're under no pressure right now. Let's try to use this to draw cards. Yeah, let's not use it for scry. Let's do it like this. And pass. And that way we have all our options up. If they ramp or something, or yeah, do Herald's Horn, we can just draw a card in response. Cool. We got another green source. Or got a green source, I'm sorry. Got a green source. Yeah, makes sense. It's human tribal. Let's do it like this. Same plan as last turn. Depending on what they do, we'll probably just draw cards here. If they play their commander, then I'll probably kill it. Okay, so that gives all their creatures Ward 1. Let's see what they do off of this. It is battle with 2+1/+1 counters for each other non-token human you control, and it also has Ward 2. Okay, well, let's get you out of the way. And we can pay the ward. Or was it each other? Each other human. Okay, so we don't have to pay ward on that. Resolve. We have a land, so I'm not going to scry with Maze Mind Tome. I'm just going to pass. That's a good draw. Yeah, so it didn't enter with any +1/+1 counters. Let's just get this down. Again, we're not under any pressure. We don't really care about a 1/1, especially if we're going to be gaining life. I will scry. Oh, I guess we're going to scry here. Oh, that's probably really good against, especially this ward ability. Do we have double black? We don't. We don't have double black. Oh, that is such a good spell against them, though. Humans are typically really small creatures. So I think I have to keep that. And we'll just draw our way into another black source with Maze Mind Tome. Again, we're not going to scry. I was going to scry, but I already got the scry, so... we're not going to scry this away. We want to keep it. No point in wasting it. Vanquish Banner. So, Anthem. They get to draw cards whenever they cast a human. That's fine. Again, we're not really under any pressure. We're gaining 2 life a turn anyway. We want this spell. Okay. This destroys enchantments, which they don't have yet. This buffs their humans as well. So that's another Anthem. Let's just stick to the plan. Gain life, scry 1. Oh, that's such a good card, but we don't have double black. So unfortunately, Professor Onyx, you're gonna have to go to the bottom. We really need another black source. We can use Field of Ruin to get it as well, which we might just do here. We might Field of Ruin, then Maze Mind Tome. Draw a card. They don't really have any lands that we care about destroying necessarily, so maybe we take one of the duels. We'll see what they do here. What does this do? Resolve. Enters the battlefield, exile target card from a graveyard whenever you play a land or cast a spell. If you choose a card type with the exiled card, create a 1/1 white human creature token. Okay, so they're going to exile their own human to get that effect. Enters the battlefield. Exile a card from a graveyard. Whenever you play a land or cast a spell. So, what we want to do here... So if I use 2 and destroy this to get a black source, it comes into play tapped, right? No, each player searches the library for basically a card, puts it into the battlefield. So we can use Crawling Barrens and this, and we can Field of Ruin. This. If they're smart, they'll tap it. They don't tap it. They could have gotten an extra floating mana. We had Invoke Despair on top. Oh, it's a great card, but it's a good shuffle away because we do not have 4 black sources. And then with... This is not a legendary creature, right? With that... With that on the stack, we want to get rid of this. It's unlikely they can play a creature at flash speed here and get the trigger, or play a land at flash speed. So now they're just exiling a card from their graveyard for no reason. Or my graveyard, that's true. Sure. Pass. We are going to scry on their end step because we do need to hit our land drops. Resolve. Sheoldred. I mean, that's such a good card and we can play it. Yeah. I think we keep. We have a lot of pieces floating right now, so... A lot of support pieces is what I mean. So, not too concerned about not hitting the exact right thing. They have a removal spell? Yeah. Okay. It's 1 for 1. Still have to sack your creature. And I get to draw. Nice. So we hit our land drop anyway. Now we can play Necropotence, and then things get real crazy. Especially if at 29 life. So they can reveal a card. They don't. So I'm assuming they didn't have any humans in their top 3. Uh-huh. Pass. My turn. Cool. What's better here? Well, what is the trigger on here? Whenever Surgard attacks. Okay, so we just don't allow it to attack. So let's play the tap land. And let's Murderous Rider. And then we can draw with Maze Mind Tome. Heroic Intervention. Okay. That definitely is a lot. Maybe I should have done the Sorcery Speed one first. But that's okay. Resolve. We're still in a good spot. And we got that out of their hand. Okay, that's a spell for later. Whenever it attacks, if you control 3 or more creatures with different powers. Okay, so that doesn't apply. Uh-huh. Yep. Is this a 3 or less? This is also 3 or less. So Ritual of Soot ruins them. Hopefully they tap out here and they play a bunch of creatures. That'd be really funny. Okay, they're gonna make a clue. Pass. Pass. We're just gonna draw with Maze Mind Tome on their end step. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that's good. We can get rid of one of these things. Destroy troops with power 2 or less. No, I think we... we do this. We'll see if they have another mass protection spell. They do not. Okay. This is the one that really needs to die. Their commander doesn't really matter right now. They're going to run out of cards. So they did that to draw a card. Okay. It's fine. Okay. We're still at 25 life. So next turn we can Beledros and Gix's Command. Okay. Draw. It's not really effective here. So well, yeah, I think we gotta do this. Life kind of sucks right here, but do we have any creatures that died? We do have Murderous Rider, so we can get Murderous Rider back. So Each opponent sacrifices a creature with the highest power. And we can get Murderous Rider back. Or we could make our creature huge. I think we just make our creature huge. It's going to be hard for them to attack through it. They already used their swords to plowshares. I think we just get rid of this thing. Yep. This will also gain us 4 life when we trigger it. We're also going to gain life from the pests that we make. Esper Sentinel's a good draw for them, but it might be a little too late. We can cry the Cranarium it as well. Cleansing Nova. Okay, destroy all creatures. We gain a life from that. Resolve. Gain a life. Esper Sentinel. Yeah. Is it a human? It is a human. Pass the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We still need to use this to draw cards. I think we play Necropotence. I meant to pay. I hope I... Yeah, okay. I can still pay. Pay the 1. This will give it... This will make it a 2/2. I just want to make sure it doesn't get out of range of this. Let's just do this and then gain the life with Maze Mind Tome. We already have a way to draw a card in Necropotence. You can buff it if you want. Okay. We'll just scry here and gain the life so that we can use Necropotence. Yep. And then activate ability. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Instead, we'll get those back in our hand. Oh, yeah. Yep. Flash. Okay. Uh-huh. That was a good card to have in your hand. I hope you don't have a way to pump that one more. Goes to a 4/4. Do they have it? Is their last card a way to win the game? It's always the trick with Necropotence is how many cards do you draw? Okay. We don't draw any cards because of Necropotence' flaws. So I think we're just dead, right? Hold on. We can Garrick and destroy their commander. This is too late. Man, if they didn't have a flyer and a non-flyer, we could just block them with the creatures. Oh, we do have Crawling Barons. But we don't have enough mana. Round up. Target player draws cards equal to half the number of cards in their library and loses half their life rounded up. So half of that is, yeah. We don't have a way to gain life, I don't think, right? This does draw us a card, too, if we destroy the creature, so there's a chance we draw a removal spell. So I think this is what we have to do here. We have to play this. Destroy this guy. Oh, we did it. We drew a removal spell.
Not fit to survive.
Okay. And, yeah. We're barely hanging on. Hopefully they don't play their commander because it's a flyer. But, I mean, I guess they... Yeah. There's no reason for them not to. Pass. Resolve. My turn. Okay, we don't draw because of Necropotence. Okay. We can play Beledros and make 2 wolves. Oh man. But then what? Like, we're not gonna draw any more cards. Man, if we had 2 life, we could just peer into the abyss and draw half our deck. Man, I think I probably should have done that instead of Necropotence now that I think about it. I think I really punted this game. Yeah.
You're not scared of dogs, are you?
I mean, that's all we're doing is blocking, right? Oh no, we make a pest. Oh, we can block with the pest. Ooh, we can block with the pest. Okay, we're still in it. We're still in it. So what we can do... They're gonna attack all. Yeah. Pass. Pass. Wait, what? Wait, what? I'm sorry. What? Okay, you're not... Dude, Arena, you are the worst program. You are so bad. I'm guessing they somehow got a way to make their stuff unblockable. I guess that 3/3 did that. If that's... I mean, if that's how they won, like, what a top deck, right? Man, that's too bad, though. I mean, to be fair, I should have never played Necropotence. I should have just peered into the abyss myself and drawn half my deck, and then we had that land, that Reliquary Tower that lets you have no max hand size, so we would have had, you know, 40-something cards in our hand and been able to, like, just wipe them over and over again. So that would have been the real way to win that game. So I had already punted, but I am bummed that I didn't get an opportunity to work my way out of that from 1 life, because we actually had the ability to do that on that turn. But I guess they just top decked the perfect answer for that. It is what it is. I mean, that's Magic the Gathering. But that's what happens if you make misplays. They come back to bite you. So I think we would have won that last game if I hadn't misplayed. But also super lucky top deck for the opponent. Yeah, so that's the deck. I think, you know, again, if I play better, we win 3 games with this deck. It definitely takes a little bit of, there's a lot of decisions to make, I think is the right way to put it. So if this is more up your alley than the last version of this deck, I recommend checking this one out. This is definitely more up my alley than the creature deck. I will say though, I built this really control heavy in the sense that like there's almost no creatures in this deck. So I think it's just these 2 Sheoldreds and Beledros. So as you saw in those games, especially against aggro opponents, you're really holding on by a thread. You gotta really hit your card draw spells and make sure you have removal at all times, so that when they do play their threats, you can get rid of them. But if you ever hit a bump where you run out of removal or the right removal, like we had a board wipe in our hand, but it was a board wipe that takes 2 turns to work, and we were just gonna die. So you know, drawing the wrong card in the wrong situation will get you killed too. So high risk, high reward with this deck. It's very, very controlling. You could build this more in a mid-range kind of way. I know the last deck that the one I played yesterday was I think I called it a mid-range deck. But what I mean is you could like make this a mix of creatures and spells, like the other one, but maybe go a little bit heavier in the spells and maybe like throw in 30% creatures just so you have some board presence. Up to you. Maybe you take out these planeswalkers and you put in like Pelucranos and other Golgari, like really good creatures that can take over a game as well. I mean, that's definitely a way to do it as well. That probably is the right way to do it, if I'm being honest, because these planeswalkers were pretty, they weren't as impactful as I thought they would be on an empty board state. And a lot of the times when we drew them, like when we drew Garrick in that last game, we needed them to actually do more than just be a planeswalker. We needed them to like destroy a creature, which he was able to do, but then he didn't really give us a lot of value beyond that. So drawing the wrong planeswalker in the wrong spot is bad too. So just things to consider. All in all though, I really like this deck. I'm glad I tried it in a control shell. So if you like this video, hit that subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment, tell me, you know, if you enjoyed this, you know, duality of sorts, this juxtaposition of same commander, completely different play styles. Let me know if you liked it, and I'll try it again in the future. All right. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one. Later.